Hey guys, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm like super wired, right? But my coffee's like super cold. So when I went to Big Bear, there was a picture. I went into the office because I wanted to ask them questions about, let's use this one. I wanted to ask them questions about what do I have to do in order to bring my children with me? And how much is it going to cost because I am part of the Salvation Army, blah, blah, blah. And, excuse me, it had a sign that said something, and I have the picture in my thing. I think I put it on my Facebook. It says, do not forget to thank God today because he didn't forget to wake you up. But the funny thing is that next to it, there was this credit card, MasterCard credit card payment, whatever, I don't know. I just noticed these things, okay? So I want to apologize. This is Sandra Ayan, your home care provider. I want to apologize because last night I didn't have a drink, okay? I was just so blown away that from the video that I did about the electronic timesheets. And I was all kinds of emotions. Like I was angry because it's like, how can you guys micromanage me? How can you guys do this? And then the other thing was also, oh my God, I got to find out. I got a new way of doing things because I like learning, okay? And I like doing stuff. So I told you guys last night, I was just like super blown away. It's like super blown away to the point where, you know what, I need a drink. Unfortunately, I don't drink like I used to, thank God, right? Although my refrigerator will say otherwise. I don't drink like I used to because there's so much chaos going on in this world already that the last thing I need to be is not prepared for whatever may happen. So I didn't drink. I didn't have a drink. I didn't do anything except smoke my cigarette and go play my word puzzle and then just kind of relax. I didn't get to bed until 12, but when I did go to bed, I was like, you know what, Lord, I need some help. I need you to help me and teach me and show me and put me in the right place so that I can figure out what the hell is going on. All right. I mentioned to you guys that I was going to go ahead and I was going to call the, sorry, mamas. Say good morning. Say good morning, Gorda. Say good morning, good morning, good morning. Gorda. She didn't wake me up this morning. Thank God. Okay. Oops, that's a little low. How low can you go? Right? And I'm all crooked on my jewelry and stuff. It always does this. So I went to sleep thinking, you know what? Tomorrow morning I'm gonna wake up. I want to say the electronic system opens up at about 8 o'clock. This is not working, but it's choking me. It opens up about 8 o'clock. Okay, cool. I automatically woke up about 7, and who cares? I'll fix it later. I automatically woke up about 7, and that's why I'm making another cup of coffee because I have to leave here in about half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. We have an appointment to the doctor. And I did what I told you guys that I was going to do. I called the IHSS Electronic Timesheet Portal System, okay? And I got this wonderful, wonderful young lady. And I told her who I was and I told her what I did. And I found out quite a bit of stuff. So I told her what I do. And she said to me, she was very helpful, very kind. Didn't hear about me, but that's cool. That's not a problem because now she knows who I am. And she told me that, yeah, the picture that I put up, and let me turn this around again so you guys can see. You see this? This is our new timesheets. Okay? This is the way timesheets are entered now. As you can tell, I already made copies. Yes, I did. You know why? Because now I have to come up with another one of these. Why? Because they have the date here, and I'll show you. Actually, let me fold this one because I'm making plenty of copies. You guys don't even need to see these. This is how I do my stuff, you guys. Okay, I kind of try to put puzzles and pieces together. Okay, and I want to make it easy too. I want you guys to see. So what I did is I started making copies. Okay, this is a copy that I made of whatever the other person. This is my blank piece. I'm going to take out my scissors and I'm going to cut straight across this very top. And the reason that I'm going to do that is because it's important. I am going to do Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, work week 1. And then I'm going to print another one that says work week 2 on it. You see how terrible my nails are? I'm going to do another one that says work week 2 on it, a work week 3 on it. And I'm going to come up with something like this. Okay? Because paper timesheets are going to be obsolete, you guys. They're going to be obsolete. And it's going to be a process because I remember the very first ones, they were a little difficult. So, I'm going to start putting a puzzle together again to make a new timesheet. The reason I'm going to do this puzzle to make a new timesheet is because if you notice on this particular timesheet, it shows work week 1, and then it shows it says the date, which is Sunday, and for this particular one, it says July 14th, okay, because I already filled out July 1st to July 15th for this particular young lady. And I am going to piece it together and make a new timesheet because this new timesheet now has more information to it. Wait, do I need this? Do I need this? Let me not crumble anything up because that is ink. See that? Work week 1, hours worked. Okay. Start time, end time, and location. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to paste it here. And the next day is going to be Monday, and then Tuesday, and then Wednesday, and then Thursday, and then Friday. And then I'm going to have so many of these, it's going to be crazy. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. And the reason being that I have to do, I now see I have to do another timesheet is because for her, I entered certain hours, okay? And it just has to be done this way. But the information that I wanted to give you guys besides this, because I think she's the last one that I have to do, is I asked the young lady after I told her who I was, and I told her, I said, what's going on here? And she says, well, as of July 1st, in Lancaster, they rolled out these new timesheets, electronic timesheets, in Lancaster, in the county of Lancaster. And I said, well, she's not in Lancaster. She's in the middle of LA. She's in the middle of LA. So why is she getting this particular timesheet? Because I logged on to other people because I told her what I do. And she said to me, for some reason, she must be in the district of LA, of Lancaster. I said, no, that's not possible. But you know what? Who cares? What is this? She says, this is the EVV. I made a video about the EVV, the Electronic Verification Visit System. This is exactly what it's going to be. Exactly what it's going to be. So they're going to, in the next 18 months, which is a year and a half, they're going to start rolling out these new timesheets. These new timesheets are going to start rolling out. This is more of the pieces that I'm going to be cutting. Okay? These new timesheets are going to start rolling out. And I have to be prepared. I got so much work to do, you guys, that I'm like, okay, I got to handle this. I got to do this. I got to be able to figure something out. So she said that in the next 18 months, they're going to start. Good morning. Let's see who this is. Miss Elena. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see here. So far, I checked my what? If you guys can't comment on my videos, it's probably because you guys don't have a YouTube account. So I suggest you guys try to do a YouTube account. I'm going to ask my son to teach me. You don't have EVV. It's not. EVV is not on your electronic portal system, sweetheart. Not yet. It is a video that I made. I need you to look back and look at a video that I made that talks about what the EVV is. Okay, once you're able to see what the EVV is, you'll be able to understand what I'm talking about. Yay, I got my heart undone. At least as long as it's not broken, right? As long as my heart's not broken, everything's fine. But I'm all twisted. And the moon in the middle. So EVV is the electronic verification visit system that they're coming up with. And that's why it's all like super detailed, where it says work week 1, the day, it says the hours worked, the start date, the end time. These arrows that you see here are AM or PM, and the location is set. It says, I know con el cigarrote, right? Sorry. Under location, and here, let me look at this, because under location, it says home, community, or both, okay? I think I'm just going to go ahead and log off of this because I got to get ready. I'll do it later. So I had like 3 laptops. 1, 2, 3 open. What can I do? What can I do? And trying to multitask, right? This morning, I had one I was entering them, the other one I was approving them, and the other one just in case the one I was approving them failed. I'm thinking, oh, wow. But that's why our timesheets are like this, because of the electronic verification system. I don't understand why this particular young lady that lives in LA has her timesheets like this, but that's not a problem because I got this, right? I can take care of it. Now I have to ask more information when I do stuff. So she said, the lady in the electronic timesheets told me that in the next 18 months they're going to start rolling out this electronic verification visit system. They're going to try to do all of LA because we're the bigger part, okay? Our work week starts on Sunday at midnight and it ends on Saturday at 11:59. So that's now going to be important as the time. So while I had her on the phone, I said, okay, well, that's cool. I got another question for you. What about the telephone system? What about the telephone system? How is that going to function? And she said to me, well, the provider is going to have a phone number where they're going to be calling in, and they have a choice. They can either call in daily or they can call in at the end of the pay period, okay? I said, okay. Says the provider will call in and turn in their hours. Well, is the provider going to be talking to a person, or is the provider going to be talking to an automated system? And she said it's going to be an automated system. For people that cannot get online and do their timesheets, it's going to be an automated system that is going to record your hours. Can you guys see all the errors in there? I said, okay, so we're not going to talk to people. Fine. It's going to be a lengthy process for the telephone system also. Once the provider, and she said she recommends they call every day and turn in their hours, what time they started, what time they ended, how many hours they worked. Wow. I said, it just sounds to me like micromanaging. Miss Elena is saying, I do my timesheets online, and so far I don't have that, but eventually everybody will. Yes, everybody will. Right? WTF. Is what I said. Not WTH. Right? So all the Courtney's like, what? So everyone eventually is going to have to do it, like Miss Elena said. No answer, ifs, or buts. So I said, okay, so the provider's going to be calling in either daily or at the end of the pay period, talking to an automated system and turning in their hours, right? And then so my next question was, okay, well, how do we keep track of these hours? I mean, I'm going to write mine down, of course, but how do we keep track of how many hours we turned in? And she said that you can always log on to the portal system and check the hours through your payment history. I thought the reason they were calling in is because they have no access to online. But that's just me. I I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This I may be smiling, but let me tell you something. I'm like sarcastically smiling on the inside, okay? Cuz it doesn't make sense. So the way the telephone, and I said to her, "Well, do you have the phone number where we're going to be calling in cuz hello, I'm writing notes, right?" Let's see, Courtney. I thought you would have to use one if you don't have the other. This makes no sense. You're right, Miss Courtney. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. And this is why it's important. And I told her, I said, look, everything you just telling me right now, I'm going to get on there. I'm going to do a YouTube video and I'm going to teach people. If you know anybody that needs help, just tell them to go to YouTube, IHSS Timesheets, and my chubby Mexican face is going to show up. And yesterday I wasn't wearing eyebrows. I don't have eyebrows yet. Okay, whatever. One of my friends said, well, you look kind of funny without eyebrows. I'm like, you know what, dude? I don't care. I don't care. As long as they understand what I'm saying, that's good. That's good enough for me. Who cares what the hell I look like? I have teeth. Where's my teeth? I bought teeth. I didn't show you guys. Sorry, Mama. I scared her. I want teeth, I'm going to go to TJ and I'm going to end up getting some teeth. And then I sound like you know what I mean? I'm trying to better myself somehow, but I got the bottom parts too. Snap on. Snap on smile does not work. Whatever. But I'm not ashamed. You know what? It is what it is. I should have taken better care of my teeth. Whatever. I just want to show you guys that there's no shame in my game, okay? I go ahead and I tell you exactly what I have to do, and it is what it is. So if you don't like what you're looking at and you want to see a cookie, right? You go, girl. Hell, I wish I had teeth. I will. Let me go to TJ and find a good dentist down there so I can get a whole new grill. I look like my Cadillac with no grill, but who cares? As long as you guys understand what I'm saying, that's cool. That's all you need. And somebody's probably out there counting every single cigarette I'm turning on. Well, you know what? Whatever. Everything she told me is priceless. These provider clerks are knowledgeable. They're overwhelmed. Please be nice to them. Be nice to them. Be nice to them, okay? Every now and then you're going to get one that they're just following rules. I am mandated, yes, as a home care provider, but I also have my priorities and I also have my interests, and you guys are my interests, so I want to be able to teach you and show you everything that I know so that you guys benefit from what I'm doing. Okay? So the telephone system is going to be like that. You're going to call in. You're going to have a choice of calling in once a day, or you're going to have a choice of calling in at the end of the week. You're probably going to spend hours and hours and hours on the phone turning in your timesheets. Let's see, Adriana. Girl, I couldn't sleep last night just thinking about how I'm going to do this, being a provider for 3, right? Well, you know what? Where there's a way, where there's a will, there's a way, okay? Adriana, don't even sweat the small stuff, okay? Because it's not hard, sweetheart. And that's why I'm so happy that I'm like Miss Big Mouth with no teeth and no eyebrows. Don't care. I'm going to tell you exactly how this functions because I'm going to find out. So once the provider calls in, either daily or at the end of the pay period, talking to an automated system, they better record. There's a lot of Mexicans out there like me that unfortunately we don't, and I shouldn't say just Mexicans because there's all kinds of people, but what I'm surrounded by is what I see. They don't know how to add. They don't know how to multiply. They don't know how to read. They don't know how to speak English. They don't know. And then there's all other nationalities also that don't know. They don't know how to do this stuff. And that's where I feel. So it's not just Mexicans. It's a bunch of other people. So if I can help you and teach you, I got to do these videos in Spanish. Not mandated. Don't have to, but I want to. So I'm going to find time to do it. So once the provider and, we're the lowest country We're the lowest here in the United States, is the lowest capacity of mathematical skills below anybody else. Below anybody else. Okay. I did a paper on this and I was surprised. I also did a paper on crime, mortgage, and the educational system. And little to my knowledge, I'm stuck dab in the middle of all the bad things. But you know what? Just because I live in a pigsty doesn't mean I'm a pig. Okay. So I try to do the best I can. But we are the lowest in math. The lowest in math than anybody else. Okay? So don't feel bad. It's just, this is just the way it is. Let's make a difference and let's try to learn a little bit. And this video is going to help you guys. And the rest of my videos, I hope, helps you guys on top of all the drama going on in my personal life, because we're all human. The easiest part of the telephone system is going to be on the recipient's end. The recipient, all they have to do, they're going to have their own number where they're going to receive a message telling them that the recipient is going to receive a message letting them know that the provider has turned in a timesheet. Can they please call and approve it? When the recipient calls and approves it, and when the recipient calls to this number, it's going to give them two options. Don't know what the options are, but let's just say it's 1 or 2. 1, do you approve this timesheet for X amount of hours? Or 2, you do not approve this timesheet for X amount of hours. And here we go with the problems all over again. All over again. That's the easiest part on the end of the telephone system. It's going to be on the recipient's end, not our end as a provider. So that's what I found out. This is ridiculous. But at least I was able to recap and tell you guys about the EVV timesheets that are now effective in Lancaster County. And if you live in the district of Lancaster, then guess what? You're doing them already. I wish somebody in Lancaster would have called me. Hello? But only God knows why we find out what we find out when we find out what we find out. And I found out. So that's what it is, you guys. It's 10 o'clock. I'll take my makeup bag, my wallet, my handicap pass, my keys, my cigarettes, and my phone, and my lighter, and walk out the door. She's about 15 minutes away. Gotta take her to the doctor. It's important. As soon as I get these timesheets done, you guys, yesterday I had a wonderful person in 510. I don't know who it was, because I don't know if they're a guy or a girl, but they were watching my stuff. They text me and they asked me for a copy of this timesheet that I have in my book, that I have in my phone. Can you please send me a copy of your timesheet? Sure. I took a copy of the timesheet and I sent it to them. But as soon as I got these new timesheets ready, I'll show you guys what it looks like. I'm going to have to do little improvements here and there. I might have to make them a little smaller. I have to include the time, the start time and the end time, and the location. This is so complicated. We can't even add. Miss Elena, if you split hours with someone, you need to make sure you don't cross hours with them, right? No, sweetheart. See, are you going to take me? Yeah, I'm going to take her. That's for my Rosemary. When you split hours with someone, Miss Elena, there is a form that is an SOC 838. That form has to be turned in to the social worker so that they can give it to the provider clerks so they can input it into the system, so that they say, let's say your recipient that both of you guys are working for has 100 hours, okay? And you, Miss Elena, are going to work 75 of those 100 hours. So you are going to tell on that SOC 838, you're going to write on there 38 Miss Elena, your provider ID number, the recipient's name, the start date. I just found out that on the bottom where it says county use only, you have to specify what start date those hours are effective. Then you would put hours allowed for you to work, which would be 75. Okay. Those 75 hours are automatically going to come to you. You don't have to worry about crossing over with the other provider, just like I don't worry about my sons because we share hours. And that other provider also has to fill out that same form. And on their form, they have to put that they work 25 hours. That's why it's called an authorized shared hours. Um, but even though you're sharing, 75 of those hours are for you, Miss Elena, and 25 hours are for somebody else. They're for the other provider. So they don't cross, they don't mix. As long as you take your 75 hours, okay? 75 divided by 4 equals, as long as you don't work. I'm asking because the new system, not now. No. It's going to be the same thing. It's going to be the same thing. As long as you don't work over 18 hours and 45 minutes, because all I did was divide 75 hours into 4 work weeks, you're fine. Do not go over 18 hours and 75 minutes of that 75 hours that you're working per work week. So you're allowed 75 hours a week. You take the 75 hours, you divide it by 4 weeks, okay? Because that's what you work in the entire month. 75 hours a month that you're allowed, Miss Elena. Divide that by 4. You get 18.75. And 0.75 is actually 45 minutes, okay? It's not an hour and 15 minutes because the calculator rounds up to 100 and we're rounding up to minutes. So 0.50 would be 30 minutes, okay? As long as you do not go over your work week from Sunday at 12 midnight to Saturday at 11:59. Terrible. As long as you don't go over 18 hours and 45 minutes, you're going to be fine. Don't worry about the other provider. If the other provider doesn't want to turn in the SOC 838, well, that's their problem. You handle your business. You work your hours, okay? So that's what I wanted to tell you. Another thing, too, is about the when you guys enroll as a provider in the electronic timesheet portal system, get your own email address, okay? Do not share your email address with your recipient. Create an email address for your recipient, because if you wanted to change your password, they're going to send you a password change link to your email address because the recipient is registered with you, okay? And the computer is going to get confused and it's going to create chaos. So when you enroll in the provider electronic system, enroll yourself as a provider individually. If you have 1 recipient, 2 recipients, 3 recipients, create an email address for each individual recipient. Create a password for each individual recipient. Do not get mixed with their stuff at all. Enroll them. They have to be enrolled as recipients by themselves. Enroll them individually. Don't make more work. Don't make more trouble for you. It's a little bit more work, yes, but it's less problematic in the long run. So that was another thing I wanted to tell you guys. The electronic, for the electronic timesheet portal system, for the ladies, where's that number? I got to memorize this number now. There it is. The ladies at the electronic timesheets, the phone number for the ladies at the electronic timesheets is 1-866. Those are terrible numbers. 376-7066. These ladies are going to answer all your questions. Okay? 7066. I'm gonna call it. That's probably her. I'll call them back. This is the number, you guys. It's a little bit better. Okay. Let's see who this is. Call them. That's Rosemary. Let me send her a message and tell her I'll call you right back. I'll call her right back. This thing's going to disconnect. It's 10 o'clock. Call her right back so that she doesn't have to worry. I'll be there in 15 minutes. I think her appointment's at 10:45. This is for timesheets. Oh my god, that's a terrible E. This is for timesheets, you guys. That's for timesheets. Call them. Be nice. Remember, they're overwhelmed. They got a lot of stuff to do. And just be nice. This is for timesheet help. I'm going to have to memorize this number. That won't be hard. All right, you guys. God bless. Keep it up. Keep going. Call me. Text me. 562-281-3219. Let me work on these timesheets. I'm going to leave this mess here. Let me go get dressed. Make sure I have my makeup with me. Because, damn. I wanted to comb my hair, but whatever. It's going to be hot anyways. I got to clean the pool, and I have to clean out my boiler because it's clogged. I need a plumber. Have a good day, you guys. Thank you. God bless you guys, and be good, and don't worry. Do not go crazy. Let me go crazy. Like this, right? Let me take care of this, and just call me and text me, and I'll give you guys all the information I possibly can. All right? Be proactive and take care of your people. It's Monday. I hate Tuesdays. Tomorrow I got to move my cars and pick up all kinds of boxes of food, but that's all. It's okay. It's okay because God is good. God is good, and He's going to unclog my boiler. He's going to do it for me. But God takes care of everything. All the time. All the time. God bless you guys. I love you guys. Be good. Thank you so much for watching. And I'm sorry if I'm a little hyper, but I've had 2 cups of coffee. So I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm good. Put a little makeup on and hide whatever I want to hide. God bless you guys and call me, okay? Take care.